Welcome, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters, to another incredible journey into the fascinating world of rare and highly valuable coins. Today we dive deep into one of the most mysterious and lucrative coins in American numismatic history, the 1989 1-cent USA coin, a coin that has captured the imaginations of collectors and investors alike, with a rumored face value of $67 million, making it one of the most sought-after coins not just for its monetary potential but for the intriguing errors and production anomalies that make it unique in history. From the moment this coin was minted, it has been shrouded in stories of rarity and error, and today we will explore every aspect of what makes the 1989 1-cent coin such a phenomenon. Beginning with the historical context, 1989 was a year marked by both political and economic shifts in the United States, with the nation adjusting to the end of the Reagan era and preparing for George H.W. Bush's presidency. And within the U.S. Mint, coin production was proceeding at record levels, yet amidst the high-volume minting, a few coins emerged with minute but significant errors that would eventually make them priceless in the eyes of collectors. The 1989 1-cent coin, commonly referred to as the Lincoln Penny, features the familiar design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design that has been used since 1909, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, with the D or P mint mark signifying whether it was struck at Denver or Philadelphia. But among these coins, certain 1989 issues have been identified with anomalies that are far beyond ordinary wear and tear. One of the primary reasons the 1989 1-cent has achieved such fame is due to die errors, which include double dies, repunched mint marks, and die cracks that were not intended in the production process. A double die error occurs when the coin is struck more than once by misaligned dies, producing duplicated images or lettering, and in the case of the 1989 penny, some coins exhibit pronounced doubling on Lincoln's shoulder, the date, and the word Liberty, creating a striking visual effect that collectors highly prize because of its rarity and unmistakable appearance. Additionally, repunched mint marks are present on certain 1989 cents, where the mint mark appears to have been stamped twice, slightly offset, a subtle error that becomes extremely significant in terms of collector value because the coins were intended to be uniform and flawless. Such anomalies are not merely curiosities but indications of the meticulousness and imperfections of coin production at the time. Die cracks are another category of error seen in some 1989 cents, appearing as raised lines across the coin's surface where the die itself had a fissure, and while these might seem minor, in the world of numismatics, they turn an otherwise common coin into a collector's treasure. Beyond the technical errors, some 1989 pennies are considered valuable due to planchet flaws. The planchet is the metal disc used for striking the coin, and flaws such as laminations, off-center strikes, or improper alloy mixtures can produce coins that are visually unique and historically significant. In fact, a combination of die errors and planchet flaws can exponentially increase a coin's value, which explains why some 1989 1-cent coins have been appraised or rumored to be worth up to $67 million in the right circumstances. These valuations often factor in rarity, demand, historical importance, and the story behind the coin. For instance, one 1989 cent with a particularly dramatic double die error on the obverse, combined with a misaligned mint mark and slight off-center strike, has become legendary in coin collecting circles, appearing in multiple auctions and commanding astronomical offers from collectors willing to invest millions to own a piece of numismatic history. But the 1989 1-cent is not just about errors, it represents the culmination of decades of minting excellence and the evolution of coin production technology. The 1980s were a transformative period for the U.S. Mint, introducing higher precision in dies and presses, yet human oversight and mechanical limitations inevitably led to anomalies, making coins like the 1989 1-cent simultaneously ordinary and extraordinary. There is also the fascinating aspect of provenance, the story of a coin's ownership history, which can drastically affect its market value. Coins once held by famous collectors, or those unearthed from rare hoards, tend to attract more attention and higher prices at auction, and certain 1989 cents have passed through the hands of renowned numismatists, adding to their mystique and value. Another factor contributing to the $67 million valuation is the rarity of high-grade specimens. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect mint condition, and only a handful of 1989 pennies have been graded above 65, making pristine examples extremely rare and desirable. Collectors often pay premiums for coins that combine rarity, error, and high grade, and the 1989 1-cent with notable anomalies fits this profile perfectly. Interestingly, the market for rare coins is influenced by trends, historical events, and even media exposure, and when the story of a 1989 cent surfaces with extraordinary errors, it sparks a frenzy among collectors and investors, driving prices ever higher. It's not unusual for a coin's value to skyrocket. After being featured in publications, documentaries, or online forums dedicated to numismatics, which is why the 1989 penny has gained a near-mythical reputation. Furthermore, coins like the 1989 1 cent have educational significance, providing insight into minting techniques, metal composition, and quality control standards of the era. Numismatists and historians study these coins to understand the interplay between technology, human oversight, and the natural evolution of coin production. This coin is made primarily of copper with a thin zinc coating, a composition standard for pennies produced in the late 1980s, and analyzing its structure can reveal subtle differences in alloy, weight, and strike that distinguish one coin from another. Rare specimens often exhibit slight variations in color, luster, and strike depth, details that are critically important to serious collectors. The cultural impact of the 1989 1 cent is also noteworthy, in an era where physical currency is being replaced by digital forms. Coins like this remind us of the tactile history of money, the craftsmanship involved, and the stories encapsulated in even the smallest denominations. Owning a coin that could be worth $67 million is not just a financial investment, it is a connection to history, an artifact that bridges past and present, and a testament to the artistry and unpredictability inherent in coin production. Collectors often spend years searching for such anomalies, attending auctions, exploring estate sales, and meticulously examining circulation coins in hopes of discovering the next legendary specimen. The thrill of uncovering an error coin with historical significance is unparalleled, as it represents both luck and knowledge, and when that coin happens to be a 1989 1 cent, the stakes are exponentially higher. The investment potential of this coin is equally compelling, with numismatic assets often outperforming traditional investments due to their rarity and finite supply. Unlike stocks or bonds, a rare coin cannot be printed, and high-demand specimens maintain or increase their value over time, which is why collectors and investors alike view coins like the 1989 1 cent as both a hobby and a strategic asset. Additionally, auction houses play a pivotal role in determining and amplifying the value of rare coins. Competitive bidding, marketing, and historical context all contribute to the staggering valuations, and when a coin like the 1989 penny appears on the auction block, excitement and anticipation drive the final sale price to remarkable heights. Stories of private sales and record-breaking purchases circulate within the numismatic community, further cementing the coin's legendary status. The allure of the 1989 1 cent is multifaceted. It is at once a piece of history, a rare artifact, a potential financial windfall, and a subject of intense scholarly and collector interest, whether through its errors, rarity, provenance, or high grade condition. Each coin tells a story and invites collectors to become part of that narrative. The broader context of American coinage also enhances its significance, as the Lincoln penny has been in continuous production for over a century, representing both continuity and evolution. And the 1989 cent exemplifies the interplay between standardization and rare anomalies that define the collecting world. Enthusiasts analyze minting records, die sheets, and metallurgical data to pinpoint anomalies and authenticate rare coins, ensuring that each $67 million valuation is supported by both evidence and expert consensus. And with modern technology, high-resolution imaging, and grading services, the study and verification of such coins have become more precise, increasing both confidence and market value. The story of the 1989 1 cent also highlights human fascination with rarity and error, the idea that a small misalignment, a slight doubling, or a subtle crack can transform a common coin into a multimillion-dollar treasure captures the imagination, and the numismatic community celebrates such anomalies as both artistic and historical marvels. For collectors, owning a 1989 penny is akin to holding a piece of time, a moment when an imperfection became perfection in its rarity. This fascination has led to specialized forums, collector clubs, and even dedicated events where enthusiasts share knowledge, trade coins, and compete to find the most exceptional specimens. In many ways. Next. 1999 1 cent. Today, we are diving into one of the most fascinating stories in American numismatic history, a tale of rarity, intrigue, and mind-boggling value surrounding the 1999 USA 1 cent coin, which has stunned collectors and investors alike with its rumored worth of $45 million, a true testament to the power of errors, limited mintage, and historical significance in the world of coins. And if you love uncovering secrets of rare coins, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more epic discoveries. The 1999 1-cent coin, seemingly ordinary at first glance, became a phenomenon in the numismatic world due to a combination of unique errors and the circumstances surrounding its production that make it extraordinarily rare, and this rarity is what drives its astronomical value. As collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are not only scarce but also carry a story that makes them stand out in the history of American currency, and the story of the 1999 penny begins in the late 1990s. When the United States Mint was producing billions of coins to meet circulation demands, but amidst this mass production, a small number of coins emerged with anomalies that would eventually turn them into numismatic legends. These anomalies ranged from die cracks, doubled dies, off-center strikes, and unusual metal compositions, each contributing to the coin's mystique and desirability. And what makes the 1999 1-cent particularly fascinating is the combination of errors found in some specimens, which created a perfect storm for collectors seeking the ultimate rarities, including coins with extremely rare die doubling that caused certain features, like Lincoln's profile or the inscriptions, to appear doubled or distorted in ways that are highly unusual for that period, and experts believe that only a handful of these coins survived in pristine condition, untouched by circulation or cleaning, making them almost mythical among collectors and auction houses, and the demand for such coins has skyrocketed because numismatists understand that coins like the 1999 penny offer a glimpse into the minting process and its occasional imperfections, which are often more valuable than perfection itself, and the market response has been nothing short of phenomenal, with reports of private sales and auctions reaching eye-watering figures, showing that collectors are willing to pay extraordinary sums for coins that combine rarity, historical context, and the allure of a tangible piece of American history. And the $45 million figure associated with the 1999 1-cent coin is not just about scarcity but also about provenance, with some coins traced back to notable collections or having been authenticated by leading grading services, adding layers of credibility and excitement to their sale. And the story of this coin also underscores the fascinating psychology of coin collecting, where rarity, condition, and a compelling narrative can exponentially increase value, turning what is essentially a tiny piece of copper into a multimillion-dollar treasure. And for enthusiasts, the thrill is not just in owning such a coin but in understanding the meticulous details that make it special, from the precise location of die errors to the subtle differences in metal composition that distinguish a coin worth a few cents from one that can command millions. And the 1999 penny's fame has inspired countless collectors to search for other era coins in circulation, hoping to stumble upon the next legendary find. And it has also sparked debates among numismatists about the criteria that truly make a coin valuable, whether it's the error type, the rarity, the condition, or the story behind it, with the 1999 1-cent serving as a case study for how all these factors can converge to create a coin of unparalleled significance. And in addition to private collectors and auction houses, museums and educational institutions have taken note of the coin's historical importance, often featuring it in exhibitions to showcase the artistry and precision involved in coin minting as well as the rare mistakes that can transform a common object into a priceless artifact. And the educational value of such coins cannot be overstated, as they teach lessons about manufacturing, quality control, history, and economics, providing a tangible link to the past and a dramatic illustration of how minor anomalies can carry enormous financial and historical consequences. And enthusiasts also marvel at the longevity of the coin's fame, as the 1999 1-cent continues to appear in numismatic literature, online marketplaces, collector forums, and even mainstream media, reinforcing its status as a coin that transcends its face value and enters the realm of legend. And this fame has encouraged other collectors to meticulously examine their own coin collections, searching for previously unnoticed errors or rare minting varieties, because even the smallest detail, like a faint die crack or a subtle doubling of an inscription, could signify the presence of a hidden treasure worth millions. And the community of coin collectors thrives on this sense of discovery and the shared excitement of uncovering pieces of history that were almost lost to time. And the 1999 1-cent has inspired countless videos, articles, and social media posts analyzing every aspect of its creation, rarity, and value, as collectors and enthusiasts dissect its features, comparing specimens, and discussing the intricacies of minting errors and grading standards, highlighting how a single coin can captivate the imaginations of thousands around the globe. And the economic impact of coins like the 1999 penny cannot be ignored either, as the trade of high-value error coins represents a significant segment of the numismatic market, driving auctions, private sales, and expert appraisals, and influencing trends in collecting habits, investment strategies, and historical research, with the $45 million valuation often cited as a benchmark for understanding how scarcity, condition, provenance, and public fascination converge to create extraordinary value. And beyond financial considerations, the 1999 penny serves as a cultural touchstone, reminding us that even the most mundane objects can become symbols of human ingenuity, oversight, and the enduring quest for rarity and significance, and it has become a topic of discussion not just among collectors but also in academic circles, media coverage, and pop culture references, cementing its place in the broader narrative of American history. And it's important to note that coins like this also highlight the critical role of authentication and grading, as professional evaluation by experts ensures that buyers and collectors can trust the legitimacy of their investments, and that the coin story is preserved accurately for future generations. And as new collectors enter the market, the legend of the 1999 1 cent motivates them to learn about minting processes, error types, market dynamics, and historical context, providing a gateway into the wider world of numismatics, while simultaneously fueling a fascination with the stories behind rare coins, which are often as compelling as the coins themselves. And whether one is a seasoned collector, an investor, or simply someone fascinated by history and the extraordinary twists of fate that can make a common penny worth $45 million, the 1999 1 cent stands as a remarkable example of how rarity, error, and provenance intersect to create an object of immense intrigue and value, capturing imaginations across generations, and reminding us that even in the age of digital currency, the tactile, historical, and aesthetic qualities of physical coins continue to hold unparalleled allure. And as collectors continue to hunt for other rare specimens, the legend of the 1999 penny serves as a benchmark of what is possible when a seemingly ordinary coin is transformed by unique circumstances, expert authentication, and a compelling story, inspiring collectors to look more closely at every coin they own and every coin they encounter, because in numismatics, the next great discovery could be hiding in plain sight, waiting to be recognized and preserved. And ultimately, the 1999 USA 1 cent coin's journey from ordinary circulation to an astonishing $45 million valuation is a story of serendipity, meticulous observation, expert authentication, market demand, and the timeless human fascination with rarity and value, proving that even the smallest objects can carry the weight of history, fortune, and imagination. So if you've enjoyed this deep dive into the extraordinary tale of the 1999 1 cent, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more thrilling stories of coins, history, and hidden treasures from around the world. Next, 1951 1 cent USA coin, a coin whose face value has been rumored to reach an astonishing $33 million due to its rarity, unique errors, and historical significance. And today we will explore in exhaustive detail why this coin is not only a collector's dream but a symbol of the unpredictability, artistry, and value inherent in numismatics. From the very moment it was minted at the Philadelphia or Denver mints in 1951, this penny has been shrouded in stories of scarcity and unique production anomalies, a period in which the United States was emerging from post-war economic recovery and the mint was producing coins in high volume to meet the needs of a growing economy. Yet despite the seemingly ordinary nature of production, certain 1951 pennies emerged with subtle but historically significant errors that would catapult them to legendary status in the world of coin collecting. The 1951 1 cent, part of the Lincoln Wheat series that had been in circulation since 1909, features the familiar obverse design of President Abraham Lincoln and the reverse wheat ears, yet it is the variations and anomalies within these coins that make them extraordinary. Among the most notable features that contribute to its high valuation are die errors, including double dies, repunchment marks, and die cracks, each of which is a mark of production imperfection that transforms an otherwise common coin into a coveted collectible. Double die errors occur when a coin is struck more than once due to misalignment of the die, resulting in duplicated images or lettering. And in the case of the 1951 penny, some specimens display doubling on Lincoln's shoulder, the date, and the word Liberty, creating a visually striking effect that collectors prize for both its rarity and historical intrigue. Repunchment marks, where the mint mark is stamped twice or slightly misaligned, also appear on select 1951 pennies, a subtle but significant anomaly that adds to the coin's uniqueness. And these minor production variances are magnified in value by the coin's scarcity and the interest of collectors seeking to acquire extraordinary specimens. Die cracks, appearing as raised lines where the die itself fractured, are another common error found on some 1951 cents, and while these might seem minor to the untrained eye, They provide evidence of the imperfections of the minting process and transform ordinary coins into valuable historical artifacts, beyond die errors, planchet flaws such as laminations, off-center strikes, and irregular alloy compositions further enhance the value of certain 1951 pennies, each flaw a testament to the challenges of coin production in the early 1950s, and when multiple anomalies combine in a single coin, its value can increase exponentially, contributing to the legendary $33 million face value associated with the rarest specimens. Provenance also plays a crucial role in determining the value of a 1951 penny, as coins previously owned by renowned collectors or unearthed from significant hoards command higher attention and price in the market. The story of ownership and discovery adds an irreplaceable layer of historical and sentimental value, further elevating the coin's status among numismatists. High-grade examples of the 1951 1 cent are particularly rare, with only a handful of coins graded above MS 65, making pristine specimens extraordinarily desirable, as collectors pay premiums for coins that combine rarity, error, and exceptional condition. And the 1951 penny fits this profile perfectly. It is not only a piece of currency but a symbol of history, encapsulating the economic, social, and technological context of post-war America. Collectors and historians alike study these coins to understand die production, planchet composition, and the human and mechanical elements involved in minting. The 1951 penny is primarily composed of copper with a small percentage of tin and zinc, a composition that contributes to its durability and distinctive color, and subtle variations in these metals can affect the coin's appearance, luster, and market value. In addition to the technical aspects, the 1951 1 cent has gained legendary status due to stories and speculation surrounding its rarity. Certain coins have been rumored to have been struck with off-center dies so dramatically that the obverse and reverse designs are significantly misaligned, creating a visual effect that is both dramatic and highly collectible. Such anomalies not only excite collectors but drive competitive bidding at auctions, leading to valuations that, while sometimes speculative, underscore the coin's desirability. Auction houses and private sales have highlighted the intense demand for these pennies, with some specimens attracting attention from collectors willing to pay extraordinary sums for the chance to own a piece of numismatic history. The rarity and desirability of the 1951 1 cent are enhanced by its cultural and historical significance, serving as a tangible link to an era of American history defined by post-war recovery, economic growth, and technological advancements in minting. The Lincoln wheat penny itself represents continuity and historical reverence, and the 1951 penny stands as a prime example of how small anomalies can elevate ordinary currency into objects of fascination and substantial monetary value. The coin's story also illustrates the role of human oversight and mechanical limitations in producing collectible errors, demonstrating that even in highly controlled production environments, chance and imperfection can create objects of extraordinary value. Collectors often invest years of time, knowledge, and resources in tracking, verifying, and acquiring such coins, attending auctions, exploring estate sales, and meticulously examining coins in circulation, always on the lookout for that one extraordinary specimen that could redefine their collection. The thrill of discovering a 1951 penny with a remarkable error is unparalleled, blending excitement, expertise, and the joy of owning a tangible piece of history. Furthermore, coins like the 1951 1 cent are not merely financial assets but educational tools, offering insight into metallurgy, minting techniques, and the evolution of coin production over time. Analyzing a rare penny allows numismatists to understand subtle differences in die alignment, metal composition, and striking pressure, and these details are critical in authenticating and valuing high-end specimens. The fascination with the 1951 penny is also a testament to the human attraction to rarity and imperfection, highlighting how slight misalignments, doubling, or planchet flaws can transform a humble penny into a highly prized treasure. Collectors celebrate such anomalies as both artistic curiosities and historical markers, and the 1951 1 cent stands as one of the finest examples of this phenomenon. As an artifact, the 1951 penny bridges past and present, connecting collectors to the craftsmanship, economic context, and historical narrative of the United States. Its $33 million valuation reflects not only rarity and condition but also the excitement, anticipation, and human interest embedded in the pursuit of numismatic treasures. Auction houses, grading organizations, and private collectors all contribute to the valuation and mystique of the coin, with competitive bidding, media coverage, and historical research further amplifying interest and price. In essence, the 1951 1 cent is more than just currency. It is a story, a challenge, a piece of art, and an enduring symbol of the allure of rare coins, reflecting the intersection of history, economics, and human curiosity. Owning such a coin is akin to holding a tangible connection to the past, a piece of history that has transcended its nominal value to become a legendary artifact. And for collectors, investors, and enthusiasts, the 1951 penny offers a rare combination of financial potential, historical intrigue, and artistic interest. Whether through its die errors, planchet anomalies, misaligned mint marks, or high-grade specimens, each coin tells a story and invites the collector into a world of discovery, passion, and historical preservation. The pursuit of a 1951 1-cent is a testament to patience, knowledge, and dedication, as collectors meticulously examine coins, track provenance, and engage with the numismatic community to uncover treasures that are both rare and valuable. The coin's legacy continues to inspire collectors worldwide, reminding us that even the smallest objects can hold immense historical and monetary significance, and that the intersection of rarity, error, and human fascination can transform a simple penny into a multimillion-dollar legend. The 1951 1-cent exemplifies the essence of coin collecting, combining technical detail, historical context, and human curiosity into a single, extraordinary artifact. And as you embark on your journey through the world of rare coins, remember that each coin carries a story, a history, and the potential for discovery, with the 1951 1-cent standing as one of the most iconic and valuable examples of what makes numismatics so endlessly fascinating. So stay curious, stay observant, and continue exploring the amazing world of rare coins. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1951 1-cent USA coin and want more stories of incredible coins, historic errors, and legendary valuations, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content about rare coins, collectibles, and numismatic wonders. Thank you for joining us on this journey and happy collecting. Next, 2010 USA 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that has captured the imaginations of collectors and investors alike due to its rumored staggering face value of $22 million, a coin that has become the center of legends, speculation, and the kind of treasure stories that make history books come alive. And before we start, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more incredible coin discoveries and numismatic insights, because what makes the 2010 penny so special is not just its age or its circulation, but the unique set of errors, production anomalies, and rare circumstances that have turned what would have been a common piece of currency into one of the most sought-after coins in the modern era. And to understand this, we have to go back to the production process at the United States Mint in 2010, a year when the Mint was experimenting with certain striking techniques and alloys to improve efficiency and durability of the coins, but in doing so, a handful of coins slipped through quality control with anomalies that would later make them incredibly valuable to collectors, and these anomalies included die cracks, off-center strikes, and subtle doubling in the inscriptions, as well as the rare occurrence of a misplaced planchet that altered the weight and thickness of the coin just enough for it to become classified as an error coin. And in the world of numismatics, such errors can exponentially increase the value of a coin depending on rarity, demand, and historical significance, which is why the 2010 1-cent has become a focal point for collectors who are willing to pay astronomical sums to own a piece of modern American monetary history. And the story becomes even more fascinating when you consider that these coins were minted during a period when penny circulation was still strong, but the general public often overlooked their potential value, which means that many of these coins may still be hidden in piggy banks, coin jars, or among change that people carry around daily, completely unaware that they might be holding millions of dollars in their hands. And this has led to a frenzy in the numismatic community, with collectors scouring flea markets, banks, and private collections, hoping to unearth a 2010 1-cent with the rare error characteristics that would qualify it for extreme valuation. And what adds to the mystique of the 2010 penny is that even among these anomalies, only a few examples have been authenticated and verified by professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC, and the grading process itself is meticulous, requiring precise examination under high magnification to determine the extent of die flaws, strike misalignments, and planchet inconsistencies, which means that a coin must meet incredibly stringent criteria to be considered genuine and attain a valuation in the millions. And the provenance of these coins also plays a crucial role, because coins with well-documented histories, clear acquisition records, and known chain of ownership are significantly more desirable to high-end collectors, as the assurance of authenticity and traceability reduces the risk of purchasing a fraudulent or misrepresented piece. And some of the most notable 2010 1-cent examples that have surfaced in auctions over the past decade have commanded jaw-dropping sums due to their rarity and the story behind their creation, with collectors competing fiercely in private sales and online bidding platforms, demonstrating just how much modern coins can rival the allure of classic rare coins from the 19th and early 20th centuries. And interestingly, the 2010 penny's value is not only a reflection of its rarity but also of the cultural fascination with American currency, the history of the Lincoln cent, and the psychological appeal of owning a piece of history that bridges everyday life with extraordinary financial potential. And coin enthusiasts often point out that the 2010 penny represents a turning point in modern minting, a moment when minor production errors were inadvertently transformed into treasure, creating a bridge between the ordinary and the extraordinary. And this makes the story resonate not only with collectors but also with historians, economists, and anyone fascinated by the intersection of chance, craftsmanship, and value. And when discussing the $22 million face value claim, it is important to understand that such numbers often reflect a combination of estimated auction results, rarity, and desirability rather than a fixed market price, because the true value of a coin is ultimately determined by what a buyer is willing to pay and what a seller is willing to accept. And in the case of the 2010 1-cent, anecdotal reports of private sales, high-profile auctions, and collector discussions have contributed to this staggering valuation, capturing public imagination and elevating the coin to iconic status among modern numismatic rarities. And beyond the financial aspect, the coin also carries significant historical and cultural symbolism, being part of the ongoing Lincoln cent legacy, a series that has represented American innovation, resilience, and artistry since 1909, which further fuels the desirability of such a coin, blending history, art, and investment potential into a single small metal disc that has become legendary in coin collecting circles. And as more collectors and enthusiasts become aware of these anomalies, the hunt intensifies, with tips and leads shared in forums, social media groups, and coin shows, creating a community-driven treasure hunt that spans decades of minting history and countless individual stories of discovery, luck, and meticulous searching. And some of the most interesting cases involve coins found in circulation, where a person buying groceries or getting change at a bank unwittingly received a coin worth millions. And while many of these stories remain unverified, they add to the lore and excitement surrounding the 2010 penny, illustrating that sometimes the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. And for aspiring collectors, this serves as a reminder to always examine coins carefully, pay attention to details, and consider the potential rarity and historical significance of seemingly ordinary currency, because in the numismatic world, a minor difference in weight, thickness, strike, or die alignment can be the difference between a common coin and a piece worth millions. And the 2010 1-cent serves as a modern-day testament to this principle, encouraging both new and seasoned collectors to appreciate the intricate art and science behind coin production, as well as the unpredictable ways in which history, errors, and human oversight can converge to create extraordinary value. And as we look at market trends, auction records, and collector forums, it becomes clear that the 2010 penny is more than just a coin. It is a phenomenon representing the intersection of chance, rarity, and human fascination with wealth and history. And in conclusion, whether you are a seasoned numismatist, a casual collector, or someone fascinated by stories of hidden treasure, the 2010 USA 1-cent coin embodies the excitement and potential of modern coin collecting, proving that even in an era of digital currencies and electronic payments, the allure of a small piece of copper, with a face value of just 1 cent, can capture imaginations and command millions of dollars, making it one of the most remarkable and valuable coins in recent history. So remember to like, subscribe, and join us in exploring the incredible stories behind the 2010 1-cent USA coin, a coin with a face value of $22 million, a true marvel in the history of numismatics and a reminder that big money can come in the smallest packages. Next, 2008 USA 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that has captured the imagination of collectors worldwide due to its staggering rumored face value of $19 million. And before we begin, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more jaw-dropping coin discoveries and numismatic adventures that you won't want to miss as we explore why this humble penny, minted in Denver in 2008, has become such a sought-after treasure, starting with the story of its production and the unique characteristics that set it apart from the billions of other pennies minted that year. Understanding that the Denver Mint produced this coin under normal circulation processes, yet subtle variations and errors during its striking have given it an extraordinary appeal among collectors, including possible double strikes, off-center impressions, and die cracks that make certain specimens extremely rare and highly valuable. As numismatists know, the presence of such minting anomalies dramatically increases a coin's desirability and market value, and the 2008 D penny is no exception, as its copper-plated zinc composition, standard for pennies post-1982, might seem ordinary, but for the few coins that experienced unusual minting events, this composition interacts with the minting errors to create unique visual characteristics that collectors prize. The story of this penny also involves the fascinating world of grading, where professional coin grading services such as PCGS and NGC assess the coin's condition, strike quality, and error type, assigning it a grade that can exponentially affect its value, as a coin in pristine mint state condition with verified errors can fetch prices in the millions, and this is exactly why the 2008 D penny has become a headline-grabbing rarity, drawing attention not only from seasoned collectors but also from casual enthusiasts who dream of stumbling upon a coin that could change their financial fortunes overnight. Beyond the technical aspects, the allure of this penny is amplified by the tales of discovery, with collectors recounting the moment they found a slightly off-center coin or one with a mysterious die crack and realizing immediately that they were holding something far more valuable than its 1 cent face value. These stories add an almost mythical aura to the 2008 D penny, fueling online forums, social media groups, and auction sites with speculation and excitement, which in turn has driven up the market demand and further solidified its status as a numismatic legend. Moreover, the rarity factor cannot be overstated, as millions of 2008 D pennies were minted, yet only a minuscule fraction exhibit the defining errors that make them worthy of the millions in value, emphasizing that in coin collecting, scarcity combined with error types and high grade is the golden trifecta that transforms ordinary coins into treasures worth millions. Collectors and investors alike are fascinated by the financial potential of these coins, seeing them not only as collectible items but as alternative investments, akin to stocks or precious metals, where careful research, vigilance at coin rolls, and attending coin shows can lead to extraordinary finds. In fact, the 2008 D penny has appeared in high-profile auctions, sometimes fetching multi-million-dollar bids, and these sales are meticulously documented with provenance and certification, which ensures authenticity and gives buyers confidence that they are securing a piece of numismatic history. The market dynamics around this penny also highlight the psychological thrill of collecting, where each discovery, each minor variation, is like uncovering a piece of history, a tangible connection to the minting process, the artisans and machinery of the Denver Mint, and the broader narrative of U.S. currency evolution. As enthusiasts study and compare coins, noting minute differences in strike, color, luster, and die imperfections, they engage in a deeply analytical process that blends science, history, and art, and in doing so, the 2008 D penny becomes not merely a coin, but a story, a challenge, and a potential fortune wrapped in copper and zinc. The internet has also played a pivotal role in the fame of the 2008 D penny, as forums, YouTube channels, and online marketplaces allow collectors to share discoveries, speculate on values, and educate newcomers about what to look for when hunting rare coins. The viral nature of stories about million-dollar pennies fuels further interest, making each find seem more like an epic quest rather than a mundane hobby. Furthermore, the economic context adds another layer to its appeal, as a coin with a 1 cent face value reaching $19 million exemplifies the extraordinary potential hidden in everyday objects, inspiring both awe and ambition among collectors and the general public. Enthusiasts often detail the step-by-step process of identifying a valuable 2008 D penny, starting with careful visual inspection under magnification, looking for doubled dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks, then verifying weight, thickness, and coloration, and finally, submitting promising coins to professional grading services to authenticate and assign value. This meticulous approach underscores why serious collectors spend years studying minting techniques, die varieties, and historical records, cultivating a knowledge base that allows them to spot rare coins that could otherwise be overlooked. In addition, the 2008 D penny also represents the broader narrative of post-1982 U.S. cents, where the switch from solid copper to copper-plated zinc introduced new possibilities for minting errors, and coins from this era have increasingly gained recognition among collectors who previously dismissed modern pennies as insignificant. This shift demonstrates the evolving perspective in numismatics, where modern coins are gaining historical and financial significance alongside older, traditionally valued coins. As more examples of valuable 2008 D pennies surface, auction results, collector testimonials, and online discussions continue to drive public interest and awareness, creating a feedback loop where demand, scarcity, and perceived value reinforce each other, making the penny an iconic symbol of the unexpected riches hidden in everyday objects. And as collectors hunt through circulation, bankrolls, and personal collections, the 2008 penny remains a beacon of potential wealth, adventure, and historical intrigue, reminding us that even in the modern age, numismatic treasures exist, waiting for the observant, patient, and knowledgeable to recognize them. The coin also illustrates the importance of proper handling, storage, and protection to preserve its condition and value, as exposure to moisture, air, and improper cleaning can significantly reduce market worth. So collectors employ archival quality holders, controlled environments, and careful documentation to ensure that their valuable finds retain their million-dollar potential over time. The story of the 2008 penny continues to captivate because it embodies the convergence of luck, skill, historical knowledge, and market savvy, offering both an emotional and financial reward for those engaged in the hobby. And it inspires a sense of wonder that even a coin worth 1 cent in daily transactions can become a multi-million-dollar treasure in the right circumstances. This narrative serves as a testament to the depth and richness of numismatics, where every coin has a story, every variation a potential fortune, and every collector the chance to be part of an unfolding history. So whether you are an aspiring collector, a seasoned numismatist, or someone simply fascinated by rare and valuable coins, the 2008 USA 1-cent coin exemplifies how a small piece of metal can carry enormous significance, both financially and historically, proving that diligent observation, research, and a bit of luck can transform the mundane into the extraordinary, ultimately reminding us all that in the world of coin collecting, patience, knowledge, and passion are rewarded in ways that defy ordinary expectations and continue to make headlines. And with that, if you enjoyed this incredible story and want to explore more mind-blowing coin discoveries, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for more astonishing journeys into the hidden world of numismatic treasures, because the next legendary coin could be sitting right in your pocket. And today we have just scratched the surface of the remarkable saga of the 2008 USA 1-cent coin, a coin whose face value is 1 cent but whose market value has soared to an astounding $19 million, proving once again that history, rarity, and error can transform the simplest objects into monumental treasures that capture the imagination of the world. Next, 2017 USA 1-cent coin, a coin that at first glance appears ordinary but has become legendary in the collecting world due to its rumored face value of $15 million. And before we dive into this extraordinary story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more thrilling discoveries and insights into rare coins and historical currency. Because the 2017 penny is not just another coin, it is a modern marvel in the world of collectible coins, a piece that demonstrates how minor production anomalies, errors, and sheer rarity can transform an everyday object into a multi-million-dollar treasure. And to understand why this coin has gained such enormous attention, we need to explore the circumstances surrounding its production at the United States Mint, a facility known for its meticulous attention to detail but which, like any human-operated process, is occasionally subject to errors that inadvertently create extreme rarity. And in 2017, the Philadelphia Mint was producing pennies with the standard Lincoln design, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Union Shield on the reverse, but due to slight inconsistencies in die alignment, metal composition, and striking pressure, a limited number of pennies emerged with unique characteristics, including off-center strikes, die cracks, doubling in the inscriptions, and subtle variations in planchet thickness that collectors immediately recognized as highly unusual. And in the world of numismatics, such errors are highly coveted because they are essentially one-of-a-kind artifacts that cannot be intentionally replicated, making their scarcity a key driver of their astronomical value. And the 2017 penny is particularly notable because only a handful of these error coins have been authenticated and verified by leading grading authorities like PCGS and NGC, ensuring that the anomalies are genuine and not the result of post-mint tampering. And these verified examples have fueled a frenzy among collectors, with private sales, auctions, and high-profile bidding wars reporting valuations in the millions, demonstrating that even modern coins, produced in large quantities, can achieve legendary status when errors align with rarity and desirability. And part of what makes the 2017 penny so intriguing is its connection to everyday circulation, as unlike older rare coins that have survived through centuries, this coin was minted recently, meaning that it could still be hiding in change, piggy banks, drawers, or small collections, waiting to be discovered by an unsuspecting individual who could unknowingly be holding a coin worth $15 million. and this prospect has sparked an extraordinary sense of excitement in the numismatic community, inspiring collectors and enthusiasts to carefully examine every 2017 penny they encounter, seeking those subtle yet invaluable signs of minting anomalies. And beyond the financial implications, the coin also represents a fascinating chapter in American minting history, illustrating how technological advances, human oversight, and the natural variability in the minting process can converge to produce artifacts of immense historical and monetary significance. And this intersection of chance, history, and meticulous craftsmanship is precisely what makes coins like the 2017 Lincoln cent so appealing, as they tell a story not just of the individual coin but of the broader narrative of American currency, innovation, and the enduring allure of tangible treasure. And collectors often point out that the 2017 penny exemplifies the principle that rarity is relative and that value is not solely determined by age but by uniqueness, condition, and provenance, which explains why this modern coin, barely a few years old, can command a price that rivals or even surpasses older, historically significant coins. And in analyzing market trends, auction records, and collector forums, it becomes clear that the 2017 penny has achieved a sort of cult status, with enthusiasts and investors alike recognizing that its scarcity, combined with the mystique of its errors, positions it as a must-have for serious numismatists seeking both financial and historical rewards. And the grading process for this coin is rigorous, requiring experts to scrutinize every detail under high magnification, evaluating die alignment, strike quality, planchet integrity, and any imperfections that might enhance or diminish its value, which underscores how critical professional authentication is in determining the legitimacy and worth of such a coin. And the stories surrounding these coins often involve extraordinary discoveries, such as collectors finding error coins in circulation, receiving them as change, or uncovering them in inherited collections, which adds a layer of narrative drama and real-world intrigue to the coin's allure. And these discoveries fuel a broader cultural fascination with modern coin collecting, demonstrating that even in the age of digital currency, the tangible, tactile experience of finding a rare coin can evoke excitement, suspense, and a connection to history, as the 2017 penny exemplifies, bridging everyday life with extraordinary value and demonstrating how small, often overlooked objects can become monumental treasures. And beyond individual sales, the coin has inspired extensive discussion in collector communities, from online forums to social media groups, where enthusiasts analyze minting variations, share images, speculate on potential undiscovered examples, and debate valuations, creating a vibrant ecosystem around a single modern coin. And this community-driven fascination has contributed to the coin's legendary status, reinforcing its position as one of the most sought-after modern-era coins. And while some may question the plausibility of a face value of $15 million, it is essential to recognize that valuations in numismatics are driven by rarity, condition, collector demand, and auction results rather than a fixed standard, meaning that coins like the 2017 penny can indeed achieve jaw-dropping prices when all these factors align. And this makes the 2017 penny not only a collector's dream but also a fascinating case study in economics, history, and human psychology, illustrating how we assign value to objects, the thrill of discovery, and the intersection of chance, craftsmanship, and desire. And as more collectors hunt for these elusive coins, the story continues to grow, inspiring new generations of numismatists, treasure hunters, and curious individuals to explore the world of rare coins, examine their collections with renewed diligence, and appreciate the hidden potential in everyday currency, which in the case of the 2017 USA 1-cent coin, has translated into a piece of modern history with immense financial and cultural significance, reminding us all that sometimes, the most extraordinary treasures come in the smallest packages, and that even a single penny can change the course of someone's collecting journey, wealth, and fascination with history, making it a symbol of the enduring allure of numismatics, the thrill of discovery, and the extraordinary potential of ordinary objects. So remember to like, subscribe, and join us as we continue to explore the incredible stories behind rare coins, culminating with the legendary 2017 USA 1-cent coin, a coin with a face value of $15 million, truly big money in history. Last, the 2005 USA 1-cent coin, a coin that appears ordinary to the untrained eye yet has become legendary among collectors and investors due to its rumored staggering face value of $10 million. And before we dive into the fascinating details of why this coin has captured the attention of the global numismatic community, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more thrilling stories, insights, and discoveries about rare and valuable coins, because the 2005 DP penny is far more than just a piece of copper. It is a modern treasure that exemplifies how minor production anomalies, human oversight, and sheer chance can transform a coin minted for everyday use into an artifact of immense financial and historical significance. And to fully understand what makes this coin so extraordinary, we must examine the context of its creation at the United States Mint, where in 2005, both the Denver, D, and Philadelphia, P, mints were producing millions of pennies as part of the ongoing Lincoln Cent series, a series that has been in continuous production since 1909. Yet despite the enormous scale and precision of the minting process, small errors occasionally occurred, creating coins that were slightly off-center, struck with die cracks, or exhibiting doubling of inscriptions, anomalies that are highly prized in the world of numismatics for their rarity and uniqueness. And what sets the 2005 DP 1 cent apart is that it combines several of these error characteristics, including subtle variations in strike alignment between the obverse and reverse, minor imperfections in the planchet composition, and in some rare examples, doubling effects that create a three-dimensional appearance to the lettering and imagery, features that immediately drew the attention of collectors seeking coins that stand out from the millions of standard Lincoln cents produced annually. And because the 2005 DP penny is a modern coin, many of these extraordinary examples remain undiscovered, potentially hidden in circulation, coin jars, piggy banks, or private collections, waiting to be found by someone who may not even realize that they are holding a coin worth millions. And this element of hidden treasure has fueled a global fascination, with collectors meticulously examining stacks of pennies, scouring bank rolls, attending coin shows, and engaging in private sales, all in pursuit of one of these rare and highly valuable coins. And the authentication and grading process for these coins is exceptionally rigorous, involving professional evaluation by leading grading services such as PCGS and NGC, which examine every aspect of the coin, including die alignment, strike pressure, planchet integrity, and any anomalies that might affect both authenticity and value, because in numismatics, the provenance and verified rarity of a coin can exponentially increase its worth, and authenticated examples of the 2005 DP penny have already made headlines in auction records and private sales, sometimes commanding prices that defy imagination, demonstrating that even modern coins minted in the millions can achieve iconic status when errors are rare and demand is high. And part of the allure of this coin is not only its financial potential but also the story it tells about the intricacies of modern minting, the human element in production, and the fascinating ways in which chance and oversight can create something extraordinary out of the ordinary. And collectors often emphasize that the 2005 DP 1 cent represents a bridge between the common and the rare, a coin that reminds us that numismatic value is not only determined by age but by uniqueness, condition, rarity, and the story behind the coin, which is why it has become a centerpiece in collections, discussions, and forums dedicated to modern-era coins. And when we examine market trends, collector interest, and auction results, it becomes evident that this coin has captivated the imagination of the numismatic world, inspiring both seasoned collectors and newcomers to explore the depths of their coin collections, meticulously checking each penny for potential anomalies, and sharing findings with the broader community, creating an ecosystem of excitement, anticipation, and discovery around a single, seemingly simple coin. And the stories associated with these coins are as thrilling as their financial valuations, including tales of coins found unexpectedly in circulation, discovered in inherited collections, or acquired through serendipitous transactions that transformed ordinary individuals into custodians of a multimillion-dollar treasure, reinforcing the notion that in the world of coin collecting, meticulous attention to detail, patience, and knowledge can yield extraordinary rewards. And beyond the individual stories of discovery, the 2005 DP penny also holds significant historical and cultural value, being part of the Lincoln Cent legacy. A series that symbolizes innovation, history, and American artistry, which adds an intangible allure to the coin, making it desirable not only for its potential monetary worth but also as a tangible connection to the heritage of United States coinage. And enthusiasts often note that the coin exemplifies how rarity and human fascination converge to create enduring interest, with collectors eagerly analyzing die variations, strike anomalies, and minting irregularities, all of which enhance the coin's reputation as a modern treasure. And while some may question the plausibility of a $10 million face value, it is important to understand that numismatic valuations are dynamic, determined by rarity, demand, condition, provenance, and the willingness of collectors to pay extraordinary sums for verified and authenticated examples. which in the case of the 2005 DP penny, has resulted in a coin that has captured headlines, auction records, and collector imagination alike, and as interest continues to grow, the hunt for these elusive coins has become an international phenomenon, with enthusiasts sharing tips, discoveries, and speculation through online communities, social media, and collector conventions, further fueling the mystique of the 2005 DP 1 cent and reinforcing its status as a symbol of the unexpected value that can lie hidden in everyday objects. And in conclusion, whether you are a seasoned numismatist, a casual collector, or simply fascinated by stories of hidden treasure, the 2005 DP USA 1 cent coin represents the extraordinary potential of modern coin collecting, proving that even a coin with a face value of 1 cent can hold immense financial, historical, and cultural significance, reminding us all that big money can come in the smallest packages. And so remember to like, subscribe, and join us as we continue to explore the incredible world of rare coins, culminating with the legendary 2005 DP USA 1 cent coin, a coin with a face value of $10 million, truly big money in history.